Hey guys, coming at you with a little overhead view of the piles. Don't worry about the shaking. It's just off the stand because I'm giving you the overhead view. So today we are asking, what do they want you to know? All right, so the first pile is the iguana, could be a chameleon as well. Okay, and the Llewellyn tarot. The second pile is a star tarot and that rosette, oh, well, not rosette, but a cluster of flowers. And the third pile is the good tarot and that queen bee there. All right, so do your thing, pick your pile. I'm also going to show you the boxes in the next slide, okay? I'll see you in a bit. Royal family, welcome. And I'm now going to show you the boxes. So today, as I said before, we are asking what do they want you to know? Okay, so what does your person want you to know right now? And each pile is going to have an extended, and in the extended we're going to look at what do they not want you to do, want you to know, or what are they hiding from you. So the first pile we have iguana, chameleon, I'm not even sure, and this is the back of the card deck. This is the Llewellyn tarot. Had it for years and just basically cracked open the box last week. All right, so Llewellyn tarot, beautiful cards. And this pile we have the star tarot and this cluster, looks like roses. This is the back of the card. God, this all helps people make a choice. And this is the box. Okay. And the third deck is the good tarot. This is the back of the card. The queen bee. And this is the box. Okay. So do your thing. I know some of you guys use pendulums and so on. Do your thing. Pick your pile. And I'm going to be back with your reading. Hey, pile one, if you chose the Llewellyn tarot, this is going to be your reading, and of course the iguana. This is going to be your reading, and the first thing we're going to do, let's get some significators for your person. Okay. We're going to get one significator for your person's energy generally, and that's going to be your control card or baseline card, whatever you want to call it. What do we have here? We have endures. Okay. Have patience and wait for developments to reach a stage where your desires become attainable. So it feels like they're playing some sort of waiting game there and waiting for more favorable circumstances to develop. But you know, in life, sometimes we have to make those favorable circumstances happen, right? All right. So the energy generally, let's take this card. All right, let's take these two cards because both want to come out. So we have someone who is in the energy of manifest and someone who is in the energy of the judge. Okay, so what I'm getting with this, your person, they're trying to get themselves centered, and they're trying to get themselves centered, balanced, and in a really good place because they have to make a choice. There are several parts that are opening in front of them, and they know that in order to manifest the life that they want, they're going to have to choose. They can't be a passive bystander in their life. They have to be main character energy and make the choice that opens up the path that will lead to their destiny. Now, this card judge says, you are surrounded by a confusing situation. You must be a good detective to judge between the lies and the truth, between what you love and what you despise. Okay, so I don't know if they're making choices in love and choices in career, but whatever it is right now, they are diving deep, collecting all the information, okay, because there's something or someone that they love and something or someone that they despise. Now, you may think, okay, well, that's not much of a choice. The choice is clear. But sometimes with the things that we despise, we may get attached to them. We may form dysfunctional bonds with them. I don't know if you guys have ever been in situations like that where you might be like sleeping with the enemy. You like literally can't stand this person, but you're still there. And you might be still there because maybe you think it can't get better. You're settling. You're afraid of moving on. So all these things are going through your person's mind, or it could be an abusive situation, right? An abusive situation, whether it's physically, emotionally, or verbally abusive, and you hate this person's guts, but you're there. But abuse warps the brain, and we're not seeing the situation clear. So this is what your person's trying to do. It could be that there might be an abusive situation and they're trying to get themselves centered. They might even be trying to get some help that is going to help them make the right choice. It says, to mask your feelings is not wrong. For sometimes secrets make you strong. So they're not telling anybody about this. All this is happening internally inside your person. Seduction and mysteriousness, they're your advantage. Make them guess. All right, so your person holding their cards close to their chest. They don't want anybody sabotaging this new beginning that they are creating for themselves. What am I looking for? I have my little thing that. Guys, just give me a second here. Let me see if I can find it. One moment. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. So they're at that choice point, and as I said, keeping their cards really close to their chest right now because they don't want anybody sabotaging this, and they don't want anybody's input, quite frankly. This is a choice that they want to make for themselves. And then in the energy of manifest, observe how your habitual thoughts affect your life for good or ill. So your person's also realizing that if they're in a confusing situations because they're confused inside, right? They realize that this life that they may hate, they manifested it every step of the way. With every thought, with every decision, they manifested this. They are not a victim, right? They are not a victim. It says, you manifest your heart's desire, the love to which you must aspire. So there's some kind of true love that they're aspiring to. Make sure what's wished for is best for you, for it will soon be coming true. So they're just trying to make sure in their mind and in their heart that, you are what they want, because I think this person may have had like a series of shitty situations and shitty love situations. So they're just trying to make sure that they're making the right choice this time. And when you have a series of shitty situations, you kind of start doubting yourself, second guessing yourself. Maybe I really don't know what's right for me. But when you really examine it, you always knew that the choice you were making was shitty. When you do manifest shitty situations, like your instincts already told you, but then you were just hoping for the best. But you kind of knew. If you're being objective with yourself, like you kind of knew. Okay. Okay, the energy towards you. What's this? The future. This is who you are. You are who they see in the future, right? I think they're second guessing themselves because of the past and the choices that they made there, right? So they're just being kind of uber cautious because they have a pattern of manifesting crap, right? So they're just trying to make sure that they're making the right choice. It says, expect the unexpected to occur. Be alert for new opportunities to come to you in unusual ways. So they feel the hand of destiny, they feel the hand of fate working in this relationship, and that can make them second guess themselves too, because they're like, this is too good to be true, this is too easy. You know what I mean? When a lot of things have happened to you in your life, like you're just waiting for that next shoe to drop, right? Your nervous system is just like, it is an heightened awareness, right? So this is where a person is at. The angels give a gift to you, so they know that you are a gift. They do know that, the future, but they can't undo the fate that you alone make true. So that destiny is there, okay? But you have agency, autonomy, and they recognize that now. They can't just wait for life to happen to them. When expectation clouds your view, for even the most perfect plans need the touch of divine hands. So they're realizing that what they want to manifest, they can't do it alone. It is a co-creation between them and spirit, and they already feel spirit's hand. So it's for them now to just make sure that they're making the right choice, right? So this is just someone that's just kind of hesitant because of what they did in the past. Okay. All right. So let's ask them right away. What do they want you to know right now? If they had the most important message, what do they want you to know right now? I shuffled these already, but I like to shuffle on camera because, it really adds to the integrity of the reading and the message, and, builds confidence between, you and I, right? We have the Page of Swords, so they're kind of watching, waiting. Page of Swords can also talk about looking back at the past, okay? Having one foot in the past and one foot in the future, all right? So, they're torn between what the hard knock lessons that they learned there, and then the fear of making the wrong decision, right? So this is where they're at. What's the most important thing that they want you to know right now? We have Four of Pentacles. They want you to know why they are so self-protective and self-contained. But this is also the energy of keeping, literally, keeping your cards close to your chest. Let's pull out the rest of cards and let me interpret. We have the Horned One in reverse, the Devil in reverse. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Seven of Cups upright talks about confusion, and it's in reverse here. And then we have the Ten of Swords. So basically, the message that they want to tell you, the most important message that they want you to know is what I already told you, right? They want you to know why they're so closed off at this time, why they're so hypervigilant, and why they're keeping their cards close to their chest. They are so closed off right now because they're trying to make a choice, and they're trying to sift through reality, facts, and bullshit, right? And maybe there is a lot of illusion around them, right? Maybe there are a lot of plastic people around them, fake people around them, frenemies around them. So right now, your person's going through a little kind of weeding program, right? They are trying to separate, the chaff from the wheat. Like, who really has my back? Who really loves me? Who really has my best intentions at heart? And this is an exercise in discernment. And when you have had a lot of trauma happen to you, your discernment kind of gets wonky and off. And sometimes, red flags may look like green flags, and green flags might look like red flags, right? So you've been giving them green flags, but they're thinking, okay, this can't be green flags. This is a trick, right? This is a trick. Just like last time, this is a trick. This is too good to be true. I have to dig deeper. And that's what they're doing. They're digging deeper, right? They just want to make sure that they're making the right choice because they have come from a background of pain. Like age-old pain. Some of you guys, this may even be past life stuff that is operating in their unconscious. So it's someone, they have a lot of fear, but this is someone that is committed to facing this fear though. All right, they're not just there like a deer in the headlights. This is someone who is committed to facing their fear. Now, what does their higher self want you to know? What does their higher self want you to know? So that was the most important message that they want you to know. But what does their higher self think you should know? underneath the deck, childhood memories. Yeah, so a lot of congruence in this message already, right? It's been consistent throughout, from the significator cards to what's came out as the most important message to what's coming out now from their higher self. Your person has a lot of childhood trauma. Okay, and this is something that they are sifting through to come to a place of wholeness, because they don't want that trauma to dictate their life anymore. Okay, they manifested a lot of the confusion in their life because they were so afraid, because of what happened to them. So they don't want to repeat the mistakes of the past. So I think this person going slow. Okay, they're taking it easy, taking it slow, and it might be frustrating to you, but for them, it is the right pace, right? This is what they're meant to do. All right, what does their higher self want you to know? They're watching and waiting. So know that even though they may not be reaching out, or even when you talk, they may feel a little bit closed off, they are keeping an eye on you, right? Some of them we can call it stalking, some of them we can call it spying, but they want to keep you in their sights, right? They don't want you to leave them behind whilst they do this work. Okay? They feel like they're going to get some kind of nudge from the universe when the time is right, and maybe they will. But they feel like they just have to trust their intuition right now. They may also be watching and waiting because they may either be with somebody else, or the energy of an ex is still in their energy field, and the issues in that relationship may still be affecting them, or they might be in the process of a breakup or divorce. Either way, they feel like the time isn't right and they have to tie up this loose end. So it could be that they need to get closure on the situation with an ex because they see how they have brought that baggage into your relationship. Okay? It could be, this could even be their first love, so it doesn't even have to be an immediate ex. Okay? This could be someone from way back in the past. But to them, the issues are still alive, right? It's still living in their psyche. They're still operating from that place of pain. And they know unless they come to some sort of resolution with this, they are going to repeat the same paradigm with you. And this is something that they're committed to not doing. Let's see. What does their higher self want you to know? On the same page. So know that you guys are on the same page. You may also be going through some past baggage left by an ex. Okay, but this is also spirit telling you, and you guys might be mirroring each other, definitely, but this is also spirit telling you that you guys are a fit. You are not imagining this simpatico that is existing between you and this person. You guys are a good fit. So don't doubt yourself. They're not going to doubt themselves either. It's just that there is some energy and some baggage that they need to release. Okay? What else does the higher self want you to know? Let's get a card from here. Separation needed. And it's one of those things that you need a little bit of distance and a little bit of space in order to process it, right? No distractions. This could also be them doing some sort of spiritual exercise to release this energy that they need to release. So they may be doing some cord cutting with other people, and maybe even with you. Maybe there are parts of your relationship that might have been codependent, so they might be releasing that energy. So we hold space for that. Okay. But this is healing that needed to be done in the silence. It is the healing that's done in hermit mode, in that deep introspection, right? Where you don't have anybody else's energy interfering or distracting you, right? So they're letting you know that. Okay. What does your person's 3D self want you to know? Right? So far, a lot of cohesion in the messages. Let's see if any new information comes through from the 3D. So your person may have a little bit of issues communicating their feelings and what's going on with them. You know, especially when people have childhood trauma, right? We tend to get stuck at that age when the childhood trauma started or occurred. So this is someone who is still growing in their emotional maturity. So this calls for a lot of patience. Okay. I made the wrong turn, and honestly, the grass wasn't greener over there. But you know, it was their trauma that made them choose that particular path. So I feel like you guys, this is not someone new that you are dealing with, right? And this is someone who may have also rejected you and gone down another path. But this is them letting you know that what they thought they would get over there never materialized. We have home. You're the missing puzzle piece. I'm going to put it right on this card, right? You're the missing puzzle piece that makes me feel that I am right where I belong. So their instincts, their energy, their discernment is telling them, listen, you are it. But then fears from the past keep creeping in. So they want to deal with those fears, right? And follow their heart. But you're the missing piece. What else do they want you to know? I know the clock is ticking for us. Won't you wait for me? No. Well, the thing is, you know, there's no telling how long they will take, right? I mean, it could be days from now, it could be months from now, it could be years from now, right? Time waits for no man, woman, or anyone in between, right? So you must always be moving forward in your life. That stale energy is just going to create more stale energy on their side, okay? If they catch up, they catch up. What else do they want you to know? I need to take a step back, right? Because I'm still trying to figure out what I want. So there's still a bit of confusion in the mind, but it's not really confusion. It is the past clashing with the knowing. That's what it is. It is the fear clashing with the knowing. We have finances. I'm busy with work right now and it requires my attention. Now, for some of them, they could be using that as a distraction or a kind of delay tactic, which is why you don't wait, right? Or, yeah, a bit of procrastination. It could be that. Or for some of them, and it's right there on that X is involved card, it could be that there might be some kind of financial fallout or financial payout that they may have to make in order to separate or really distance themselves from an X. So maybe they could have assets in common, even if they weren't married or anything like that. They could have assets in common. There could be children. They have to figure out how the arrangement is going to work, child support, that kind of thing. So it feels like there is something in the material world that they do need to sort out in order to make the path to you a bit more clearer. That's what I'm getting here. All right. Now, let's dive a little deeper and let's ask Spirit, what's happening in your person's life right now? So we get that they're trying to get rid of some old energy that they've been holding on to. For some of them, they're trying to get some closure with an ex. For others of them, they're working hard at their finances to become just a little bit more independent. And we see also that they are spying on you. What else is happening in your person's life right now that's driving these energies? All right, we have egotism. So there's still a little bit of pride and ego that is happening here. They're still concerned about what people are going to say when they do make their move or their little jailbreak to come towards you. Okay? They're still concerned about that. Maybe as well, coming towards you may see a reduction in their income, or well, their disposable income, or maybe their reputation is going to take some kind of hit. I don't know. I don't know. But there's still some kind of consideration about what people think or what people will see. Okay? All right. What's happening in their life? We have escape, right? So they're moving on, right? They have spent a lot of time in meditation and in the silence, okay? And what they have downloaded is that they need to move forward. But part of that plan to move forward involves amassing some sort of monetary reserve. The coin comes here again. Okay, so there is some kind of consideration here about finances. So they want to make a jailbreak. They want this chariot to move forward. But there's something here about sorting out or getting themselves stable in the material world that they are trying to do. That's going to make the path forward a little bit more easier. A little bit more easy. All right, let's see. Or a little bit easier. A little bit easier. Yeah. What else is happening in their life? Submission. All right, feeling trapped, feeling like they're in some sort of cage, feeling like the walls closing in on them. Some of them feeling a bit claustrophobic, feeling stifled, right? But it's within their capacity to get out of that, right? The cage is open. Cage is open. It's within their capacity to get out of that. Okay, so it feels like they have been passive for a very long time, but they're slowly unlocking this cage, and it feels like they're going to free themselves. Okay. What else is happening in a person's life? And this is something that they were illuminated about. It's the card number 12, which is the Hanged Man, illumination, high perspective. So they're seeing it. They are the ones that box themselves into this corner. Nobody else's fault. Nobody else is doing. They did that by the decisions that they made. We have control. What else is happening in their life? Okay, certainly there might be some people in their life that might still want to control them and the situation. But this could be them too, and their need for control, right? And one of the things that you can't control is life, the future, right? They don't know what's going to happen. They don't have any control over that. And that is scaring the bejesus out of your person. What else is happening in their life? We have a risk, okay? So this is them want to make a fresh start, right? They are tired of living life. What I'm hearing is living life constantly on the battlefield. Now, from some of you, maybe you're dealing with someone who is in the armed forces or like the service industry. Okay, service, yeah, not like national security, right? So there's that. And for others of you, they may have a home situation where they literally live, well, not literally, but they live like walking on eggshells, right? Or dancing around someone in their life. And it could be a parental energy, it could be a partner, but it is one where every day there's some sort of argument, there's some sort of fight. Home is supposed to be a sanctuary, right? When you battle everything out there and you have so much things going on with work and with family or whatever, you're meant to come home and just be able to say, oh, they've not been getting that. It's like when they come home, then, the true war begins, and they're just tired of it. They're tired of it. They want to come home to a sanctuary. All right. Um, we're gonna get some advice for you, right? So we heard what this person wanted to say. They want to give you some background on themselves. They want you to understand where they were coming from. They want to give you a little insight into their life. But what the spirit wants you to do right now in this situation. In the extended, we're going to look at what your person does not want you to know. So I'm going to use this format, but it'll be what do they not want you to know. So what does their higher self what do they not want you to know? What does what does their 3D self not want you to know? What are they hiding from you? Okay, and then we're going to look at what's going to be their next actions towards you within 1 month of you watching this reading. And it says here, beyond the ego. And we saw that egotism was happening in your person's life. It says here, surrender to the flow of life. So this is about surrendering control, right? Your person's still holding on to the life that resonates with their ego because they like to be in control and charge of things, right? But Spirit's saying, go beyond that. Surrender to the flow of life and see where you end up. All right. What does Spirit want you to do right now? We have a limitation as power. It says lean into your limitations. So that's a reminder to you that with every difficulty, with every challenge, there is a lesson and there's wisdom and knowledge that can be gained. There's always a silver lining. So they want you to know that. And even when we feel stuck, when we feel stagnant, it's usually some sort of a lesson that we are learning. But let us read what they have in this deck. And it says, don't wait for water. Become thirsty. Necessity develops organs of perception. O man, increase your necessity so that you may increase your perception. Do you have a great idea that you have placed on the back burner just because you thought it requires resources outside of your reach? Yeah. Well, the great mystic Rumi is talking to you. He wants you to realize that the flaring fire of inspiration is mostly sparked through limitation. Necessity provides incentive, which is the mother of all inventions. It only takes love and extended faith to make it happen. This oracle is guiding you to embrace your new ideas creatively, to capitalize on them through your innovative capability. View them as opportunities rather than problems, and you'll marvel at the brilliance that can evolve from limitation. Limitation is a fertile ground on which the seeds of creativity sprout and grow. Challenges, when approached positively, become helpful in getting creative juices flowing. Remember, they're one to be ready to adapt. Be flexible. Prepare to bend and make shifts as it becomes necessary. When unexpected things do happen, do not see them as obstacles to your creativity. Respond with imagination and a new way of looking at them that becomes part of the creation itself. Improvise within the conditions and create what you are given. The more you become aware of this process, the more you can affect what happens. And the mantra here is, I am determined to lean into what seems to be a limitation and allow it to create a shift in the way I perceive the experience. I realize my limitation will allow me greater freedom of spirit and soul, which is the precious gift of divine grace. So if you want to bring something into this reality, there's something that you want to create, but you're not seeing the resources yet, or maybe you're kind of stuck, right? I'm writing a book. guys, the book is basically complete. The first draft is done. But to me, it's kind of missing the magic. I don't know what it is. I've just kind of put it aside right now. But the thing is, by putting it aside, I have recognized why I am stuck, or why this book does not have the magic that it needs to go the distance. There were missing pieces. When we talked about puzzle pieces today, there were missing pieces of the puzzle. And also, to really do this book justice, I had to come from a place of impartiality, because it's a book about what I see, or what Charlotte and I see, when we look at the twin ring and how it functions and the new information that's been coming through, right? But I wasn't allowing new information to come through because I was just holding on to the old information that we had, right? Because maybe I wanted things to manifest or turn out in a particular way. I don't know how else to put that in there, right? But now I'm seeing that I had to step back and really approach this from an objective experience, an objective perspective, a more balanced perspective, in order to realize why I wasn't feeling the book, right? So it's the same thing, right? Sometimes we feel or we perceive that we have blocks, but it's not blocks. It's just spirit trying to make you look at a situation in a different light. Okay? All right? All right, my love. So if you're able, join me in extended. We're going to look at what your person is hiding. Otherwise, thank you so much for viewing. Could you subscribe to the channel? And when you do, make sure and press all. Don't press personalize, because then you're giving the power to YouTube to push to you which of my videos that they want you to watch, right? You should be able to say, all right, I'm going to watch this today. Nah, not feeling that today, right? Take the power back. All right, my love. So that was your reading. I hope that was helpful. Take care. Bye. Hey, pal, too. If you chose the Star Tarot and this cluster of roses here, this is going to be your reading. So what we're asking today is, what does your person want you to know? And to begin this reading, I'm going to begin it like all my other readings. We get an energy, we get a significator for your person's energy generally, and then that's going to be our control card, and then we get a significator for the energy towards you, and that sets up the framework for the reading. We have 6. So this is someone who is actively trying to find out information. They're becoming curious about life, about you. You guys may not be speaking, so they're trying to dig up in the background to see what they can find. It says here, expand your awareness of what's possible in your life. So this is also someone who lived in life in a box, right? Had a very limited perception or a little limited perspective of life. Maybe they limited themselves as to what they could do in this life, what they could accomplish, their belief system. So it's a kind of 8 of Swords kind of energy where you're trapped in your own beliefs. But now they're seeking to expand their horizons, expand their borders, and you are part of that. It says travel and hobbies can help you vary your routine. So they're accustomed very much to routines in their life. In fact, they feel safe in routines, but more and more they've become discontented with the way they've set their whole life up, and it is you that has caused this discontent, because you have given them a new vision of what life is about and what they can do, right? There's some people that, they feel trapped in a particular family paradigm, right? In their family, everybody gets married, has children, they stay living in a particular area or particular country, and your person realizes that I don't have to do that. I can actually choose to do something different, right? So they're trying to figure out. It says you'll have to travel near and far to find the love that you sorry. You'll have to travel far and near to find the love that you'll hold dear. Home sweet home can be a rut. There's no trap like a mind that's shut. So you've really expanded this person's mind. So now they want to get out there and they may actually want to go and travel. But this is all it's this is also about, it's like the night of one's energy. It is a spiritual adventurer. It is the explorer, right? They're like there has to be more to life than this. The world is full of different ways that you should learn without delay. And I also feel like this is a person my way or the highway, just black and white perspectives, right? And very kind of insular. But I tell you, you've planted a seed of curiosity that's now growing within this person. All right, so their energy generally, the explorer, they're trying to find shit out, right? And they want to dive deep into new things, new places, new people. That's what's fascinating to them right now. The energy generally is the friend. And it says, do not ignore those you feel are too nice or not interesting enough to be your lover. Okay? So maybe when they met you, maybe you were that person's cup of tea, right? Maybe you gave this person such a sense of safety that they equated that safety with boredom and stagnation. But now that they are changing, they're seeing that safety engenders trust, and trust engenders intimacy, right? So they are recognizing that them not feeling the butterflies that they would usually feel, or them not having that life of drama and excitement that they will usually have, is a good thing. It's a good thing. So I think this is someone who is revisiting your connection, even though this is their general energy. So even their general energy is infused with thoughts of you. There's someone who's revisiting you, revisiting this connection. And whereas they may have thought, or whereas they may have discarded the thought of you as their lover, as their life partner before, because maybe they needed drama and excitement, now that they are changing and their needs have changed, you are Mr., Mrs., they perfect in this person's eyes. They see that you're a true friend. And true friends are hard to come by in your person's life. Let's see the energy towards you. But I think that even generally, they're thinking about you. Oh, we got two. All right, this person worries about you. It says, avoid anxious thinking based on a fear of error. Criticism must be used only constructively. All right, so I feel like this person has a lot of self-doubt, a lot of insecurities. And maybe their inner critic is incredibly loud. Okay? So all the things that they've heard from their family members, their parents, their boss, exes, and everything, it's like an echo chamber inside of them, right? So even though their instincts, their heart are telling them go for it when it comes to you, they're worried that they might make the wrong choice. And if it is that they already have somebody in their life, they're worried about leaving the bird in the hand to go after the bird in the bush. Okay? They're very worried about that because they could stand to lose a lot depending on their situation, emotionally, financially, their reputation, and otherwise. Right? It seems like moving towards you is kind of loaded with risks for this person. Risk to their heart, risk to their finances, risk to their stability, maybe even risk to their job. Okay? It says, you'll suffer when words criticize. Your love, they'll surely paralyze. Okay? So this person's allowing their fears to really paralyze or stump their emotional growth, especially when it comes to you. Hostile acts disguised as love are hawks pretending to be doves. So your person has had the experience of having people like, wolves in sheep clothing, right? They think they're making the right choice, and then boom, when they get there, they get into the situation, this person pulls off their mask and they're with the devil himself. So they're hoping that's not what's happening with you. Because when they look at you, they can only see your goodness. Even the horrible things that have happened in this situation, they've turned it around and they see you as someone who has come to teach them a particular lesson, who has been an inspiration for them, who has made them see the world differently. They think that you are too good to be true. Worry is not good for the health. The stress won't let you be yourself, right? So they have fears about so many different things, and that is stymieing their self-expression and the natural emotional expression of their heart. You know, this is the Nine of Swords. This is the Nine of Swords, but their energy towards you is also truth. So they see you as someone who is a truth speaker. They see you as someone who is authentic. They see you as someone who is part of their truth. The truth that lies in their heart, right, is that you are it for them. You are their life partner. They can see everything unfolding with you in it. And it says, examine all motives with brutal honesty. Even if the truth hurts, admit it and work towards accepting its lesson. Tell the truth, but listen too when others tell the truth to you. So they're also seeing as well that you have been telling the truth about yourself and other people for the longest while, but just this person didn't want to hear it. It's only now that they are ready to face the truth of their circumstance and who they are, right? This could also be someone who also wants to come forward and have some kind of heart-to-heart conversation with you. Or maybe you are one of the very few people that they can have these intimate conversations with, and they may really miss that. The gift truth brings to those who care the special trust that soulmates share. If one you love tells you a lie, give one more chance, then say goodbye. All right? So it feels like they want a do-over. And they're hoping that when they come and ask for this do-over, right? Because this is not a new person. All right? They hope that when they come and ask for this do-over, that you don't shut them down. And maybe you have cause to shut this person down, because it doesn't look like they were taking you seriously. They thought that you were too good to be true, too perfect to be a partner. But now they want another chance because they think that you're perfect for them. All right. Let's go into the tarot. And my throat is just like closing up right now. So maybe this is someone who's scared to speak, you know? They want to have this conversation and they love how you guys connect and have intimate conversations. But the thought of being that vulnerable takes a bit of work for them to get over. All right. What is the most important message that they want you to hear right now? We have the Six of Wands in reverse. They're not as confident as they seem. They want you to know that, right? All that confidence you see in them, it's part of their mask. So they want you to know that. All right. Now, Six of Wands in reverse can also talk about the ego death. So they may want to let you know that they're going through this deconstruction right now. Okay. What's the most important message they want you to know? We have the Ten of Swords. They have been deeply hurt before. Ten of Swords also came out in this first part of the reading for Power 1. So maybe there's a nexus with Power 1. So they've been really hurt before. We have the Empress in reverse. And that's the distorted feminine. So they might be thinking about that. They might be talking about an ex or maybe some other person that they're with right now. We have the Strength card. Oh. The Ace of Cups. All right. So what do they want you to know? They want you to know that they want a do-over. Okay. And this do-over is coming on the heels of a horrible, contentious breakup with somebody else. It feels like this person, yeah, if it's not somebody else, it is them leaving some kind of toxic or dead end job or something like that. That Ten of Swords there is a very painful ending, right? But they're saying it had to be done, right? They found the strength to do it, and right now they are ready, or they're looking to manifest a new beginning in love. Spirit, tell us a little bit more about the Ten of Swords. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Two of Wands in reverse. Right, the Two of Wands is the end in reverse, is the end of indecision. This is new beginnings, taking action. Let's see this distorted feminine. Justice in reverse. So it's telling us that this is a karmic energy in their life. So either they drew a really hard boundary with some karmic family members or maybe some kind of toxic ex, or they've just ended things with someone who was in their life. They finally found the strength to do that. They want you to King of Swords, right? You know, he's a diplomat, but when he cuts you out of his life, you're well cut out. So they've done some kind of cutting and contriving here. Okay. And they have cut someone out of their life that was a wolf in sheep's clothing. Right? They're ready for new love. We have the Two of Swords here. So this is like the end of conflict. They're coming out of conflict. So they might think they're ready for new love, but they may not be. Okay. And we have the Magician in reverse. And that is the control freak. So it looks like they're coming out of this very contentious situation with someone who was very manipulative. Magician in reverse can also talk about someone, maybe a bit of a narcissist. Okay. Magician in reverse can also talk about someone who might try to actively block your blessings or block your path. Right? Bad vibes. So they're just coming out of this. So, you know, they may think they're ready for love, but they may need some time to debrief, because what I'm feeling here is a very, very dysfunctional and hostile situation. Let's ask their higher self. As far as their higher self is concerned, what's the most important message you need to hear right now? Now, in the extended, we're going to look at what your person does not want you to know, what they're hiding. Right? But right now, we're asking the higher self, what is, as far as the higher self is concerned, what does the higher self want you to know? Their higher self. We have a yes. So you tick all their boxes. Okay? Let's see. What does their higher self want you to know? We have vibrational alignment. Right? So they're letting you know that this karmic had to fall away. And the reason why this karmic had to fall away is because this person is coming into vibrational or spiritual alignment with you, and your connection. Okay, so it looks like your love has, you guys' love has moved mountains, right? They're coming into alignment with you, and once you fall out of alignment with the karmic energies, okay, you're going to align with your destiny. Assert yourself. So they want you to know that your person is standing up for themselves where they may have been a doormat before. Okay, they are speaking their needs. They're letting people know this is how things are gonna go. Okay, and your person's feeling very empowered at this time. We do see the Strength card here. We have short-term results. Okay, so right now your person is committing to enjoying the little things in life, right? Taking those little baby steps. But the Spirit is also letting you know here that you have to give this person time. They might think that they are ready to move forward with a new relationship. They're not. They need to debrief from this dysfunction that they have just walked away from. Because maybe what they just walked away from was a repeating habit in their life, and old habits die hard, right? I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but this person needs time to really cement and integrate the changes that they have made in their life. Spirit's also telling you your person has addictions here that they also need to address. All right, so leaving a dysfunctional relationship with another person is one thing, but then there's also the dysfunctional relationship we may have with things and the dysfunctional relationship we may have with ourselves. Your person still has that hurdle to cross. Okay? Let's pull some cards on these and just clarify. All right, let's see this vibrational alignment card. Yeah, we have the Three of Wands here. Okay, and this is both of you co-creating with the universe to create this new beginning. So this vibrational alignment doesn't just come because of your person. You are vibrating in alignment with them. They are vibrating in alignment with you, and both of you have created this contract with spirit, and that is what is creating this new beginning. They're asserting themselves. We have here Knight of Swords in reverse, and they're speaking their truth, and they don't care how it comes out and who has to hear it. But this is also a message for you. It says assert yourself. This is not a time to relax your boundaries with your person. Now, they have left this other situation here, and they're going to come running to you. Spirit saying, know that this person not ready for a relationship. They're going to be on the rebound, guys. So this is not a time to relax your guard. There's a time to support them, be a friend, okay, whilst they move through and really process what has happened to them. Spirit saying this is short-term results, okay? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Your person still needs to create stability within themselves. They're just coming out of something that's life-changing, right? It's going to take a little time for them to settle, okay? This person, they are very codependent, right? So they lack self-love. And that's why they've kept themselves stuck in something that was dysfunctional for so long, okay? They didn't think they could do better. They were settling, okay? And with this codependency issues and Chariot in reverse, Spirit saying there's a lot more lessons that they're learning about this, okay? So for some of them, they still have an addiction that they have to really get a handle on. They still have dysfunctional habits that are just there waiting to come back around. Spirit saying you have to give this person space, okay? All right. What does their 3D self want you to know? So that's the higher self's guidance for you. So this person moving into alignment with you. But you also have to have your boundaries. This person is on the rebound. Within a year or more. What's happening within a year? And that's the card I hate most in this deck. Like, what does within a year or more tell me? It says, don't go. Don't give up on me yet. I'm scared to lose you, right? So, as I said, they have a lot of fears about them taking too long and you leaving them behind. But you can't stand still for this person. Once you stand still and you continue to wait, all you're going to manifest is more waiting energy, right? And we don't know how long this person's going to take. That card below capture that frustration adequately. It could take a year or more. We don't know how long it's going to take, right? So that's what Spirit's saying. Keep on living your life, doing the things you want to do. And if that includes dating other people, Spirit's saying do it, right? We have, I didn't know what I had until you were gone. Lesson learned. Yeah, they can appreciate you. Their trauma needed something else and someone else. Okay? You had evolved past that. So you guys weren't in alignment. You weren't. We have influences. I'm distracted right now. I do believe that. It looks like there's a lot going on. I'm going to go into what's happening in their life right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of drama. It does seem like it. A lot of things happening on the outside of themselves and on the inside. I can't be tied down right now. I have too many interests, right? So right now, look, what's the name of the card? Freedom. So this person tasting freedom, they could be going buck wild, right? You know, you let somebody out of prison. Okay, they could be going buck wild right now. So, if you're planning on waiting for this person to come around, I wouldn't suggest it. Right now, they are on their own agenda, and as they should be. Okay. All right. Let's see what's happening in your person's life that are driving a lot of these emotions. What's happening in their life that they want you to know about that's driving these emotions that we're seeing come out here. Whoa. Let's give it a nice spanking there. Okay. What's happening in their life? Indecision. Ooh, okay. Right. So it looks like they're walking away from something. That's definitely that here. But you know, as I told you, old habits die hard, right? So they really find it difficult to let go of that old situation completely. All right, what's happening in their life? We have a decision. Okay, so we have a decision made, right? So your person has made a decision. It looks like to leave a third party. Now this could look like an office building here. Okay, so they could be leaving a job that they had that no longer serves them. I'll put cards on these. We have eccentricity. So your person expressing their freedom in all sorts of ways. Maybe it's some kind of, I don't like the word midlife crisis, but it captures what's going on right now. It is your person feeling empowered to be whoever they want to be, and they are just taking it to the limit, right? They are taking it to the limit. They've really broken out of their shell, broken free from tradition. So maybe even now people are looking at them and wondering if your person's crazy or something, right? Because they maybe they're really acting out of character. They're really putting themselves out there. We have fortune. They're looking at their money. Okay. And maybe they're thriving in their material world. So they're also trying to build on that. I'll put some cards and clarify. And then we also have quarrel. I told you what's happening with your person. Drama. Drama. And I don't think it's just with one person either. Let's see this decision. What's this decision? And we have the Four of Wands. Okay, so your person could have been in a committed relationship. They could have even been married. Okay, it looks like they're making the choice to walk away from that relationship. Yeah, because the passion has died. Knight of Wands in reverse. Let's see this eccentric card. We have the Ten of Wands, right? So they're laying all their burdens down by the riverside. And they feel so light, so free. It's like a new beginning for them. So they're just putting everything out there. Seven of Pentacles, right? Really invested in themselves and making sure that the most authentic version of themselves is being presented to the public. Let's see this Fortune card. It could be the Wheel of Fortune as well. King of Wands taking action. And you know, King of Wands, he's a businessman, right? And a successful businessman to boot. And you know, he makes his success off of his creative endeavors. It's not about working for somebody else. This is entrepreneurship. Okay? So your person might be starting a new business. And let's see, quarrel. What's this quarrel about? We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody feels abandoned by a person. And they don't want that relationship to end. We have the Death card in reverse. So somebody's still trying to hold on to your person. As I said, it could be an old boss. Right now that your person is doing their own thing, and your person might have tendered a resignation. Now they might be running after your person, trying to lock them back into a contract. They don't want it to end, right? Or it could be some kind of family dynamic with mother figure, father figure. And your person might be breaking free from their programming, and they're trying to reel their person back in. It could be a intimate partner, and it's being dissolved, and they're trying to get your person to give them a second chance. So it feels like whatever's this thing that's ending, somebody's not letting it die without putting up a fight. Okay? Without putting up a fight. All right. So based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect? Sorry. Oh, it's advice from Spirit. Okay. So that's what they want you to know. Let's ask now, what does Spirit want you to do in this situation? In the extended, we're going to look at what do they not want you to know. So what are they hiding? And then we're going to look at what's going to be their next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading. Alrighty. And we have here, face your fears. That's what they want to do. Farewell to fear phantoms. Right? So this is them saying goodbye to their inner demons. Facing their fears head on. What does Spirit want you to do? We have willpower. Improve your willpower to reduce your stress level. So this is about having healthy boundaries, okay? And protecting your energy. Let's see, willpower. It says, show me your face so I would free you from the desire to see the roses. Stand tall so I would see nothing but you, the lofty cypress of my garden. No matter how much you hurt me, I would never turn away from you, for I have found my freedom the moment I became captive of your love. Oh, Papa. A life-changing moment has come to you in the fire of transformation, and is calling you to say yes to love with your full will and conscious awareness. This card is here to free your heart from temptation by guiding you to see the beauty of the beloved. So you may also be fighting the temptation to repeat old cycles or to go back to old exes, that kind of thing. Spirit saying, move forward, not forward ever, backward never. When your heart shines with courageous love, you will have the capacity to override unwanted thoughts, feelings, or impulses. By surrendering to love, you will have the willpower to resist short-term gratification, okay, in pursuit of long-term goals. So Spirit saying, in the short term, you need to have boundaries with this person. In the short term, you have to focus on being this person's friend, because this person's not ready for love, right? When loving becomes your habit, it draws little, if any, willpower from you and frees up more of your energy for other things. Dear one, you are at a crucial point in your life. It is time to make a choice about your reason for being and what your life will stand for. If you feel that stress and normal self-control have depleted your resources, it is because you only have so much willpower. Let's see what options you have for increasing the pool of willpower you can draw from. This oracle is a guide for you to manage your stress levels by spreading love so you can increase your ability to resist pressure from others to follow a path not right for you. Being under high levels of stress means your body's energy is used up in acting impulsively and making decisions based on short term outcomes. Self affirmation can help you be more confident and have more self control when you're running out of energy. And the mantra here is I can manage my stress levels and direct my willpower to follow love. So Spirit's asking you to not just focus on the love that you have for this person, but also the love that you need to have for yourself, right? Because when we align to self-love and the core values that represent who we are, then resisting temptation and resisting things that are not in alignment with treating ourselves well is going to be very easy. Okay, so Spirit is warning you. This person's going to come around, right? And they're going to test your limits. Okay, they're going to test your limits because they would want to foster a deeper sense of intimacy, like right away, right? But know that this person is coming in with rebound energy, and in the long term, that rebound energy is going to hurt you. So you have to play the long game. And the long game is friends now and whatever else later. Okay? My love. So if you're able, join me in the extended. If not, thank you so much. Could you put a comment down below? It could just be an emoji. And if you can subscribe to the channel, when you click subscribe and then you click the notification bell, make sure you're clicking all and not personalized so that you're going to be notified when I pop up, when I release a video, etc. Okay? My love. Take care. Bye. Hey, pile 3, if you chose the Bumblebee, yeah, it is, Bumblebee, Queen Bee, and the Good Tarot, this is going to be your reading. So today we're asking, what does your person want you to know right now? So I'm going to start, as I usually do, we're going to get significators for your person's energy generally, so that we have a baseline, and then we're going to get a significator for their energy towards you, okay? And that is going to provide the context for this reading. So what do they want you to know? Let's start with some significators. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have transforms. Okay, so this is someone who has had an awakening, or someone that's just changing their life. They realize what they've been doing, it ain't working. Whoever they've been associating with, they're not for my highest good. Whatever I've been doing for work or whatever it is, doesn't resonate with me any longer. Whatever is my ideologies with regard to the world, religion, spirituality, whatever it is, it's not working for me, and they are changing, and it's radical change. Okay, it says, work your will in order to get what you want. The best way for you to transform your situation. I said situation. I'm gonna situation, right? So we're gonna coin that word, situation. The best way to transform your situation is to, it says, make magic, pray, consult the wise. For hope once dead again must arise. So maybe your person thought that they were trapped in something that was very hopeless. Am I saying homeless? They didn't feel at home there. Something very hopeless, something that really bogged them down. But what Spirit is saying, this person has been praying, they've been consulting the wise, and whatever that they thought was dead, they want to give it life again. So if it is that your connection was on some sort of break, you all had some kind of breakup, it looks like what they want to do is inject new life into that. Or maybe it's them, right? Maybe they've been feeling dead inside, right? So that's why they're making all these changes, so that, they can really be living their most fruitful life. It says, now it's time to work your will. Use all your power and all your skills. So this manifestation. Relationships must be made strong. If not, they may not last too long. So they are focused on the interpersonal relationships, and there's some shakeups that they want to do there, and there's certainly some that they want to revisit. All right, let me do it like this. All right, let's get a significator for the energy generally. The energy generally is worries about. So they have been quite anxious. They've been overthinking. Kind of worried about an uncertain future. It says avoid anxious thinking based on fear of error. So your person's been like just basically been trapped by their fears, right? Because they're afraid of making the wrong choice, right? And sometimes that fear can just be paralyzing. Analysis paralysis, that's exactly what they've been in. It says criticism must be used only when constructively. So it feels like their inner critic is pretty strong. It says you suffer when words criticize. Your love, they'll surely paralyze. So they've been trapped in fear, and that fear has overshadowed their love for you and love for things that they want to do. It says hostile acts disguised as love are hawks pretending to be doves. So your person's also realizing that they have some frenemies there. Okay, and there's some wolves in sheep clothing that are in their pack, and they're trying to do some sorting right now, right? They're using their own sorting hat and trying to sort that out. Worry is not good for health. The stress won't let you be yourself. So your person has been under a lot of pressure, and maybe there are persons around them that have noticed that they've just not been themselves. Okay, I think it's gone so far now that everybody knows your person is dealing with something heavy. Okay, and maybe people have been reaching out. Is everything okay? La 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 la. But your person, it doesn't feel like they are confiding in many people. Okay, they're keeping this kind of pretty tight. Their energy towards you. Let's get this one. Do we not? We just got transforms, right? So what they want to transform is your relationship. They want it to change. And remember, we talked about for hope once dead, again must rise. So this is a connection that may have dissipated, may have died. You guys may have put it to rest, put it to bed, but it doesn't look like your person was able to forget about it and forget about you. And now that they realize, listen, this thing it's not letting me go. They want to breathe new life into this. This is something, your relationship and the do-over of your relationship is something that they are actively manifesting. It says relationships must be made strong. If not, they may not last too long. So they want to come and strengthen your relationship. So what are they thinking about? They're thinking about ways that they can strengthen your connection. They're thinking about ways that they can jumpstart your connection, right? Because it looks like something happened here. Something happened here to interfere with the natural flow of this relationship, right? And your person wants it back. So this is someone who is willing to put in the effort and energy in order to see this relationship rise again. And they're saying, make magic. So this is actual manifestation. Certainly some of them might be doing some sort of ritual, okay, trying to manifest you back into their life. We have pray, okay, so they're praying to whatever God they believe in, or even those that they don't believe in, trying to get you back. And then it says consult the wise. There may be persons either elder than them or have more life experience than them, or there's some people just born wise. Like, listen, the kids that we're churning out today, they come with so much wisdom. There's nothing I love more than talking to my young nieces and nephews. They have so much wisdom. They're so much better than us. They are. And their empathy and compassion and the depth in which they dissect the world, right? So it feels like they're talking to people that they feel that they can trust, right? Because they don't want to mess this up. And remember, they're worried about making the wrong choice. Okay? So it feels like the select persons that they might be consulting, But this is them trying to, this is manifestation, right? That's them trying to manifest you back into their life. All right, let's go in the tarot. And we're going to ask, what is the most important message that your person wants you to know right now? This is the good tarot. This is actually a gift from my sister Lily Rose, who is also on YouTube. We have the Six of Wands in reverse, the ego death, the transformation, the awakening. But this could also talk about our insecurities. And maybe that's also why a person is worried, right? What if they get rejected? What if they get abandoned? What if they aren't good enough? Right? That's where they're at. Okay. Alrighty. All right, let's see. What's the most important thing that they want you to know? We have Fortune's wheel, so they are making changes in their life, and it's not just them making changes, and this is divine intervention happening in their life, right? Whatever cycle they've been caught up in for a while, Spirit is letting them know it's time to change. This is no longer sustainable, right? So they may have faced a lot of blocks. When we are caught up in dysfunctional and unhealthy cycles for a long time, they begin to feel very normal. But then when you go through the awakening process, there's a period in your life where you know what you have to do, but you're still holding on to the old you and the old way of being because it's comfortable, right? And it feels like this is where a person was at. Like they knew what they had to do, they knew what they wanted, but they were holding on to their old self and their old life, right? So what Spirit starts doing, Spirit starts putting little blocks in your ways, trying to redirect, right? Give you a course correction. And sometimes those course corrections can be really, really tough. And then if you're really, really stubborn, you're trying to find a way to still do your old thing and not come out of your comfort zone. And then you get a course correction there. And then you're like, okay, maybe I can still do the old thing, right? And maybe sample some of the new thing. And then you get a course correction there, blah, blah, blah. And Spirit keeps giving you the course correction until you end those dysfunctional cycles. And it feels like this is where a person's at. There's nowhere else to go but forward. And in order to go forward, you have to end these old cycles. So this is where your person's at. They realize they have to move. There's no other play on the board. There's nowhere else to go. This is Spirit telling them they got to move forward. What's the most important message that they want you to know? So they want you to know that they are changing their life around. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. For some of them, this change is taking place in their career. Whatever they do for money, it looks like they are changing that up. So some of them, they might be changing jobs. For others of them, they might be cutting back on their work hours so that they can do the things that they enjoy. Maybe a person's really creative and they work just for the money. They might be cutting down on those others to focus on their creative projects, and maybe they'll be able to monetize those. For others of you, this could suggest a third-party situation. And this is your person turning that on its head, right? Releasing the third party. Okay? Maybe this is your person basically releasing or throwing out all their old programming, because Three of Pentacles can talk about our foundations, right? And part of those foundations is the way that we are indoctrinated, right? What we are made to believe. So maybe they're getting rid of those things, right? But whatever it is the end of a way of being, a way of thinking, a way of living. Okay? What do they want you to know? What else do they want you to know? Most important messages. We have Seven of Swords in reverse. This is the end of deceit. This is the end of living the lie. This is the end of living in character, right? Right now, your person wants to experience real, right? So all those, plastic people that they had around them and everybody being so pretentious, um, they're done with that. They're done with that. I don't know if you've ever experienced it, but you go into a particular setting or circle and it's like everybody's talking in some sort of like passive aggressive kind of way. Everybody's smiling, but it's not really a smile. And everything they say is it's a jab at you. Every compliment is something backhanded. You know those kind of hostile, could be hostile workplaces, hostile social situations, but nobody's real. It feels like that. Maybe a person has always wanted to fit in, right? Always wanted to fit in, but it's never really felt natural to them. They've always been aware that they're playing a game, they're cosplaying some sort of character. This is them saying that that's no longer working for them. They're not afraid to put their real self out there anymore. So all these people that they were trying to keep up with and trying to keep up with the Joneses and putting on all these airs and all those kinds of things, they're tired of that. Right? They're ready for something real. What else do they want you to know? We have the Page of Swords in reverse. Your person has had to do a lot of growing up in recent times, okay? Especially when it comes to communication. It could be that your person, because Page of Swords in reverse, when we talk about it psychologically, is a child that was not allowed to be their true self, to express themselves, whether that is through what they wear verbally, in the written word, whatever it is. They were molded into somebody's idea of perfect, right? But this is your person coming to terms with what happened to them as a child, and committing to a life that is in line with integrity and truth. Okay? What does your person's higher self want you to, and the other message that's coming through, you and your person may not be in communication or in contact at this time, because Page of Swords in reverse could be somebody blocking you or having ghosts you, and they're just not talking as much as they used to. It's because there are all these different things that are happening, and it's like it's happening in every aspect of your person's life. It's happening at work, right? So whoever is fake and plastic at work, they're not dealing with that. It's happening in their family. It's happening in the intimate spaces, and it's happening all of there because it's happening within your person. It started within first, right? So this is their journey to integrity and authenticity. Okay. What does their higher self want you to know? What does their higher self want you to know? Let me put these cards out here. What does their higher self want you to know? So it's like everything in your person's life is up in the air right now. They've just tossed everything up and they're just waiting for the chips to fall where they may. They just basically said, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just going to be me. We have sexual compatibility. So sexually, you guys have nothing to worry about because this person thinks about you all the time. They fantasize about you. Maybe there's something about your mouth that they find very erotic. This almost looks like a glory hole vibe, so maybe you're quite good at that. I don't know. But they certainly think about that a lot. We have, what do they want? What does the higher self want you to know? We have talk more. All right, so it feels like your person is committing to better communication. So it feels like in pretty soon this person is going to be coming forward with some sort of heart to heart, right? And what they want to talk about, you see the triangle in the back, right? So for some of you guys, there's definitely another person in this mix. You've been triangulated, okay? And they want to tell you about that situation. I'll clarify and see what they want to tell you about that. What else? We have closed, unable to give. What your person's realizing as well is that they've been completely closed off, right? They were so concerned about people not seeing the real them and not being vulnerable that they completely shut themselves down. Okay, so if you find that this person really hard to read or kind of stonewalling, that's how they've been programmed. That's how they've been programmed, and they've been doing that since childhood. We have just for you, and it's a message. So know that your person's coming forward, and they're coming forward to talk about love. We see sealed with a kiss here. They're coming forward to talk about love. So I'll pull some cards and see what they want to talk about. And then we have fear-based. Well, they spoke about that already. Your person has been really worried. They're worried about losing you. They're worried about you getting somebody else. They're worried about being with you. They may be worried about a third party, how that's going to play off. They might worry about what their friends will say, families. Oh my gosh. And it's all based on previous heartbreak and pain. Okay. This person is deathly afraid of heartbreak. I mean, aren't we all? All right, let's see this talk more card. We have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, you are total wish fulfillment. Your wish come true. In fact, you're more than they could ever imagined. Okay, so when they think about the perfect partner, they think about you. They think about you. Let's get another card on that. We have the 4 of Wands. So for some of you, your person is thinking about marrying you or offering some sort of high-level commitment here. But this can also allude to the fact that your person might be married or engaged or in some sort of high-level commitment, right? So they want to talk to you about that as well. We have unable to give. They were completely closed off. And we have here 10 of Pentacles, and something that they learned how to do from interacting with their family members. Okay. And we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. So they're always, because they've learned this is part of their comfort zone. And yet they're also feeling this pull towards you. They're always in this tug of war within their psyche and their heart, right? Fear, love, right? This is what I learned as a child. This is what's happening now. So they keep going back and forth between what they know and what is being revealed to them by Spirit. What's this message that's just for you? King of Cups. They want you to know that they're in love with you. That's what they want you to know. They are in love with you, drowning in their emotions. They are in their feels right now. We have card number 14, patience. But they are practicing patience because it feels like there are other things that need to play out. We have the Hierophant here. So this talks about family members, friends, programming, and contracts. Okay? Contracts that may stand in the way of you and them being together. And then we have another number 3 card. So for some of you, there's definitely a third party here. Let's see this fear-based. 5 of Wands. Yeah. Spirit's letting us know that this conflict stems from things that happened in the past where they may have been cheated on. Look, we have a Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Queen of Cups in reverse is the covert narcissist, right? So They pretend to be helpless. They can pretend to be sick. They are very emotionally manipulative. They may even threaten to unalive themselves. So it feels like your person was trapped in a toxic paradigm in the past. And it might not have just been one relationship. It may be several relationships, including the relationship that they have with their parents. Okay, whatever it was, love was transactional. Love was manipulative. And to this day, your person is afraid of a repeat of that heartbreak. Okay? All right. So what we're going to ask now is, what does their 3D self want you to know? Now, in the extended of this reading, we're going to use the same template for the third party. So if you like, you can join me in the extended reading. But let's see what does the 3D self want you to know right now. Messages from their 3D self. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have mountain. Something or someone is standing between us right now. And we saw that Hierophant card. Okay, so there's some sort of obligation, responsibility, contract, or even ideology that is standing in between you guys. Your person perceives it as a mountain, but it looks like it's a mountain that they are willing to climb at this time. All right, so let's get some messages. We have, I don't know what has happened between us. If you're confused, I'm confused too. So it feels like if there is some kind of distance between you guys, it's not just happening from their side. It looks like you too may have had something happen to you, or you may have made a decision to step back from this relationship, right? What else do they want you to know? We have fear. I want this so badly, but I'm afraid of getting hurt. We saw that. So I self-sabotage, right? As I told you, this person is deathly afraid of heartbreak. They'd rather not have it at all than to have had it and lost, right? This person is not playing with their heart. Very self-protective. What do they want you to know? Foolish. I feel like an idiot for the choices I've made. I wasn't thinking clearly at the time. Okay. So it looks like they may not have exercised their best judgment with regard to you and this situation in the past. Okay. So whether they may have triangulated you, whether they may have discounted you, whether they were just playing around with your heart, right? Which is interesting, because for someone who is so adverse to being heartbroken, it seemed like maybe they had no problem breaking your heart, right? Well, I guess they might have been saying it's best your heart be broken than theirs. I don't know, right? But it looks like this person may not have treated you well. I know that I want you in my future. I'm working on making the proper plans. So know that this person, remember we talked about transforms. And they talked about using magic, praying, consulting people, right, in order to manifest their will. So this is your person, and the card says planning. So know that your person, this is at the forefront of their mind. Okay, planning to come towards you, trying to see what they need to do here. But know that they are making a beeline for you. Now, let's look at what's happening in your person's life right now that might be driving these energies. What's happening in your person's life right now that might be driving these energies. We have achievement. Okay, so maybe they are being elevated in somewhere right now, or this could be talking about the past. Maybe your person in the past, they were just motivated by the material world and what they could accomplish there. Let's see what's happening in a person's life right now. We have patience, and this is the second time that patience card has come out. Okay, so it looks like you may think that they are taking a really long time to come back around, right? But this is them really kind of holding themselves back, and that's because there are things that need to be closed up. There's closure that needs to be had in their life. We see 3 people here. So I do think for a lot of you watching this, that there is somebody else in this mix. And that situation is still active. What else is happening in your person's life? We have an affair. So again, another confirmation of somebody else out there. It could be, I don't know if you are the affair partner or they have somebody else that's an affair partner, but it feels like something has been revealed here. Okay, and your person might be dealing with the fallout. That's literally, it's a card number 5. 5, and then we have a wand, 5 of wands. So that card is about drama. What else is happening in your person's life? We have devotion. Okay, so even though something is dead, your person is still watching over it. Now, they did allude that they think that your connection is dead and they're trying to revive it. So this could be what they're focused on right now. We have masculine and feminine energy, divine counterparts. Okay, so this is your person trying to figure out, or maybe begging the ancestors to give them another chance in this relationship. I see your person poised on a tree. And for me, trees are about ancestors, about our family tree. So they could be asking the universe, and we did see that they were praying to give them a do-over with regard to this relationship. We have concentration, and we get those lips here again. Okay, so there's something about your lips that your person really, really likes. Okay, and we have a star. So your person has hope that they can bring your connection back together, but they are saying they need some time. All right, Spirit, tell us about the patience card. We have here 2 of swords, 2 of wands in reverse, and the 2 of wands in reverse goes to the ace of wands, right? And the ace of wands about taking action. It's about rejuvenation. We talk about vitality returning to your life. Okay, so know that your person is taking action. It is just taking a little bit of time because there are other people and other situations involved. We have this drama card here. We have 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so it feels like right now your person's in the doghouse with regard to some other situation in their life. Could be at work, could be at home, but things aren't going well. Let's see this devotion card. We have the Fools about taking a leap of faith. Right, you've already had your transformation, your death experience. Right, they're taking about jumping from that tree and joining you. All right, so this is them wanting to take a chance on you, take that risk, but it feels like there are other things that need their urgent attention, right? They're thinking about you, the Empress. We have concentration here. They're concentrated on you. And even this card's a card number 3, and 3 is the Empress. So they're thinking about you all the time. Every move they make is about you and coming back around to you. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to take this to the extended, and we're going to use the same format. What do they want you to know about the third party situation? Because we definitely picked up on that energy here today. Okay, but if you can't join me in the extended, let me get some advice from Spirit for you. And we have here, listen to advice. So just as your person might be seeking advice, Spirit is also asking you to do that. It says, guidance is needed to cross the ocean of life. And this doesn't mean that people who are incarnated, it could be seeking advice from Spirit as well. Let's see what is Spirit's message for you today. We have happy life. Live a less guarded life. That's interesting because your person is the guarded one, aren't they? Right? That's what we saw there, that they were closed off. But what Spirit is saying here right now is that they are not the only persons that's closed off or guarded. You are also closed off and guarded. Let's see what they say about this happy life. How do I live a happy and fulfilling life? This has been the concern of every human being on earth. To find the answer to this riddle, look around for happy people and find the secret of their happiness. By doing so, you will find out that no one is truly happy who has no love in his heart. Sufis define happiness as the perfume of the rose of love, the light shining from the candle of love, and the whisper from the sound of love. The happiness that is born of love is neither limit nor appetite to satisfy. It only comes to those who have love and share their love. This card is guiding you to get out of your head and reach into your heart. Forget about your cares and focus on enjoyment. You don't have to chase extraordinary moments to find happiness. What you're looking for will be right in front of you if you pay attention and practice gratitude. Dear one, the world around you is full of opportunities for light-hearted pursuits. It will not hurt you to look for chances to do activities you love. Take every opportunity to see the fun side of life. Open the door to your creative juice. Whether you enjoy painting, writing, photography, dancing, cooking, or doing some kind of craft, do not make excuses about not having the time, money, or talent. To not be creative, especially in this age, is a great waste of time. Have confidence and move forward to use your God-given gift. So you guys are mirroring each other exactly. Remember we said that for some of them, they may be making changes to their work life and pursuing more creative interests. Spirits are also advising you to do the same. And the mantra here is, I'm letting go of the idea of perfection, right? Because this person also thought they had to be perfect, right, to be accepted. I feel love for everything inside me and intend to spread it around like the scent of roses. So Spirit is saying right now is about total abandonment. Not that kind of abandonment, but total abandon and joy. It's about following the joy vibration, whatever brings you bliss. These days for me, it's going to the river. I love it. I just feel absolutely at peace there. So maybe whatever it is that brings you joy, and spending time with my family as well. Spirit is asking you to do that. All right. So if you're able, join me in extended. We're going to look at what do they want you to know about the third party. Okay. I'll see you later. Bye.